Hey everyone, and welcome. Get ready, because today we're gonna dive into a really powerful story. It's all about courage, kindness, and, well, how goodness always shines through in the end. Let's explore the amazing tale of the Bhimashankar Jyotirlinga.
You know, that's a really important question. And the answer is right here, inside this wonderful story we're about to hear. We're not just going to see how Lord Shiva protects, but how he inspires true bravery. You know, the kind that comes from deep inside. So, our guide for this whole adventure is a little girl named Ira. Now, she might only be 5 years old, but her heart is full of bravery and curiosity. And it's that curious heart that's about to lead us to a powerful lesson, one that's hidden deep inside a very special forest.
Okay, so our story kicks off with Ira just taking a walk. Seems pretty calm, right? But this is no ordinary forest, and her walk is about to lead her to a really strange discovery.
I want you to picture this. You've got these tall, beautiful trees, whispering rivers. It seems like a perfect forest. But still, Ira senses something's off. There's this hidden fear, this shadow of uneasiness that just doesn't belong, kind of clinging to the edges of this peaceful place.
And so she just asks the question out loud. And you know what? This simple, innocent question from a child is so powerful that it summons a divine light. And from that light, Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati appear. They've come to answer her, to explain the forest's hidden story. So Mother Parvati begins to share a story from a long time ago. She's about to reveal the secret of why this beautiful place now holds so much fear. This is where we really get to the root of the problem.
You see, the forest wasn't always like this. Not at all. It used to be a place of total peace and kindness. But something changed. Fear and cruelty started to creep in, and it changed the very heart of this once happy place. So, how did this even happen? Well, it wasn't some big monster or an invader. The fear actually grew from the inside. Some of the beings who lived there became proud and started using their strength to bully others instead of helping them. They stopped listening to wise advice and completely forgot how important kindness is. And that's how the forest lost its smile.
Just when things seem like they're at their darkest, the story takes a turn. Seeing all this growing fear, Lord Shiva decides, okay, it's time. Time to step in and remind everyone what true courage really looks like.
Now pay close attention, because this is probably the most important part of the whole story. Lord Shiva doesn't show up with thunder and fury. He doesn't fight fire with fire. No. Instead, he arrives with this powerful, fearless calmness. This shows us that real strength isn't about being aggressive. It's about having this unshakable peace inside. I mean, think about that. He didn't even have to raise a weapon. Just his presence, filled with so much calm, courage, and truth, was enough. The cruel beings, they instantly felt the weight of what they'd done. When they came face to face with pure goodness, all their pride just melted into shame, and their strength suddenly felt very weak.
And with that realization, the forest begins to heal. This moment leads to the magical climax of the story, the creation of a sacred symbol that will stand forever as a reminder of this powerful lesson.
And here's how it all happened. As all those negative habits just fade away, Lord Shiva smiles. And from that smile, a powerful divine light starts to emerge right from the earth. This incredible radiant light then solidifies, and it becomes the sacred Bhimashankar Jyotirlinga.
So what does this Jyotirlinga actually represent? Well, it's not just a stone, it's a super powerful symbol. It stands for the idea that you can be brave without being angry, that you can be strong while still being kind. It's kind of like standing up for a friend who's being picked on, but doing it without shouting or pushing. And most importantly, it's a symbol of the ultimate victory of good over evil.
And Lord Shiva himself explains its purpose with these amazing words. He leaves the Jyotirlinga there as an eternal reminder. It's like a beacon, showing everyone that when you pair courage with goodness, darkness and evil, they just can't survive. They simply fade away.
Okay, so the story within the story is over, and now we're back with little Ira. She's heard everything, and you can tell the lesson has really found a home in her heart.
After hearing this tale, Ira doesn't feel the forest's fear anymore. Instead, she feels this new strength growing inside her. She gets it. She totally understands the lesson. And as she softly chants, Om Namah Shivaya, it's like the entire forest heals right along with her, feeling fearless once again. As one last gift, Lord Shiva gives Ira this simple, beautiful piece of wisdom. Being brave isn't about never feeling scared. It's about having the strength to choose the right path. Like telling the truth, even when you're a little nervous about it.
So, what are the big lessons we can take away from all this? First, courage helps us beat our own negative habits, like being selfish or jealous. Second, goodness will always win in the end. Third, true bravery is about protecting others, maybe just by including someone who feels left out. And finally, kindness is never a weakness. It's actually what makes our courage truly powerful.
Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the story of Bhimashankar. Just remember the lessons from Hira and the brave forest. Good hearts always win. Har Har Mahadev.